The U.S. media is entering has entered a very nervous, self-questioning time. They don't know how to deal with a president like Trump, with the fake news. Having dealt with it in Russia, what advice do you have for your American colleagues?
Stop fidgeting. If you're brave enough, everything will be okay. And please follow the standards. You have these standards. We in Russia in 90s, we just established these standards, and we have not a long period of following these standards. But Americans media has more than 100 years of standards and moral and ethic principles. Just follow these standards.
Yeah, there is a lot of fear. The bravery question is interesting.
Yeah.
Because American journalists have a lot to lose and they're immediately scared and they want access, whereas Russian journalists have already given up a lot.
It's a trap. Yeah, it's a trap because
With
a lot of Russian
access
to newsmakers and refusing to give you access is a trap, because it's a trap where a lot of Russian journalists lay down.
How is it a trap?
You know, if you're a political journalist and you want to gain access to very important newsmaker, and somehow this newsmaker or his press secretary said, "We do not like what you are publishing about us. You have no access to this newsmaker at all. Please go away." And we saw it. And then journalists began to ask, "Okay, I will not publish this and that, but I do need to gain access to this newsmaker. Please, please." And then we began to deal with each other, and journalists, it's dirty journalists, it's corrupted journalists.
Okay, so there are certain signs you need to look out for. They will be taking your liberties, not all at once, but piece by piece, so that you will kind of get accommodated to this gradual erosion of your rights and liberties, and they will create artificial scarcities, like deliberately putting 100 of you in a room designed for 50 people, so that you fight amongst yourselves. And not, asking the questions you should be asking.
At a press briefing.
Yeah, at press briefings.
Yeah.
And no cameras and that sort of thing. But just keep in mind that, these people will never say anything remotely interesting on record. And the least informative coverage comes from inside the Kremlin pool. Because these people are under strict non-disclosure agreements, and
these are journalists who are assigned to cover the Kremlin full-time. I just want to clarify,
Yes.
And they're under non-disclosure agreements?
Well, we had such example. For example, a month ago, the most respectful Russian media published at once this same news article, letter by letter. It was absolutely the same. And when we asked why does it happen, they say, we were at close meeting in Kremlin administration. You are excluded from Medusa, from this group. So you feel envy, and we are in excess with newsmakers and Kremlin administration. So we published their news, and nothing happened. It's normal to publish this same news article in 12 newspapers.